So imagine, it's Stacy, the hoe ass dude that killed Kane, and bro that Tupac kicked out the van in Poetic Justice. They supposed to be gangbangers. They supposed to go see this funeral home dude about some drugs that he found that aren't weed. And they lucky Prince isn't home. See, they see this dead body and he start telling them about how the dude died. So imagine, you Clarence, wrong Clarence. You a black police officer and you riding around with these white cops who are harassing this black dude. He looked like Super Mario and they are harassing him because he be making dirty drug dealing cops lose their badges. You try and help looking like the dude that played Dr. Dre and Chris Rock at the same time, and they tell you mind your business. Now the situation escalates and he fights back, and that's when you realize why they're mad at him, and you say something about it and now they mad at you. You talking to your I'm much gelling partner about it, and he like, listen man, you a cop now, so you gotta prove you down or it's a problem. Now instead of taking dude to the hospital, they give him some dope and throw drugs in the trunk. Despicable. Then they drive the car into the water and frame him. Now years pass and you an alcoholic with some dirty socks on. You can't forgive yourself for letting that happen. Now you looking at a mural of him and having a vision of him on the cross talking about some bring me the ops. So you agree. Now they come see you cause you called them and now they getting handsy with you. And you telling them that you know they lied to you about taking him to the hospital and that made you quit the force instead of telling on them. Now you trying to convince them to go to dude's grave and they planning to murder you. You go to his grave like, bro, I brought the ops, and that's when lightning strikes. Then fake John Lithgow go pee on dude's grave and try and force Super Mario to do it too, and he do it. They finna kill you, and that's when dude grab him from the grave and pull him in the dirt. His whole ass starts shooting. He dead, and he back with his heart in his hand. He a hopeless romantic. Now they scared as hell and they jump in the car and speed off, but he on the back of the car like he the Terminator with the fake contacts. Now he trying to call the police like he ain't the police, and Zombie Brother is in front of them. They crash and he get his head taken and he shoot and exploded the car, and now he on fire. Then he start losing it talking about some you're dead. Now he running and he Millie Bobby Brown some drug needles and nail him to a cross, and now he a painting. He's still mad at you for not telling a long time ago, and now you in an insane asylum with the Love Myself jacket because they think you killed them people. Hey man, should have said something from the start. Follow me for more Tales from the Hood stories. So imagine, you Samson, and you just finished telling them that story about zombie MLK. And now you got a brand new body. You finna tell him his story. So imagine, you one of the black kids that be in all of the black movies and you at school, a new school at that, and now you getting bullied and you letting it happen. And then here come a smooth light-skinned teacher with locks to the rescue. Now he asking you if Tyrone hit you in the eye because the nurse says that you had another bruise from yesterday. Now they like, is this somebody in the crib like your daddy? And you like, my daddy dead. Then you tell him that a monster did it who showed up after your dad died, and they think you lying. Now you go home and you can't sleep. It's really a monster there, and he trying to get in your room and you is scared. Then you show up at school with a bruise and he acting like he not a mandated reporter and he don't call it in. Now you drawing the monster and it looks like a booger creature, and you refuse to go to recess, and your teacher is curious. He like, what's that? And you like, it's that monster I had told you about. My homegirl said that I should draw the things that scare me and then crumple them up and then they'll go away. Plus you got a photo of whole ass Tyrone, and your teacher wants to talk to your moms about your situation. You crumple up Tyrone's paper and now he heading to the hospital. Who got the juice now? Now your teacher pull up to the crib and your mom's open the door looking fine as hell. Then he get doo-dooed on by a pigeon and she let him in. That's a nice house. She start cleaning the doo-doo off him and he ask her about the bruises on you, and she trying to get her seduction on, but he not with it. He tell her about the monster that you told him about, and now she mad at him about the monster story. That's when y'all hear a honk from outside and she go to the door. It's David Allen Gray, and he got an attitude with your teacher, and your teacher says something about the issues you've been having. He tell him about the monster you mentioned, and he put on glasses like he's sophisticated. He like he'll talk to you. Man, call a hotline. You got more than enough cause for suspicion. He start loosening up his sleeves and your mama tell you go to your room. She know what's happening, but she won't do nothing. And now the monster is back, and it's him. He start whipping on your mama, and your teacher sees it and comes back. Now he getting beat up by Reverend Lonnie Love, but he ain't no hoe, so they thumping out. His hands aren't strong enough though, and that's when you start breaking up the picture and turning dude into a Twizzler. That rhymed. He's still talking shit though, so that's when you burn the paper and get rid of him with the power of magic, and that's the body Samsons talk about. So imagine, I'll be back next week with more stories from this silly ass movie. You know, you got me twisted crazy. You got me twisted, boy, you got me twisted like a Twizzler. You know, you got me twisted crazy. You got me twisted, boy, you got me twisted. Teacher inside my home, tell me leave him alone. Leave him alone, but can't tell me what to do. No, now I'm punching on you. But I gotta be strong. Ooh, they did me wrong, they set me on fire. Now I thought we were down. So imagine, you Samson, and you just finished telling these broke ass fake gangsters a story about this burnt up ass corpse in the funeral home that used to be Reverend Lonnie Love. He was messing with the kid from South Central. He was abusive, and now he a fried Twizzler. Then you pick up this doll, and they like, what the hell does that have to do with dead bodies? That's when you tell them that it's a way station for souls that went through trauma in their life. You found it in the house in the dirty South, and that's when you start telling them this story right here. So imagine, you MAGA before MAGA, and you running for governor off pure racism. I mean, you could bottle that shit up and sell it. You is an original American, but you not Navajo. You just the last part. Now you got this wannabe down fool co-signing your BS, and people are outside protesting you. You think they need to find a job instead. Now this news lady is talking to this councilman who's mad that you chose to live in a former plantation house, and he wants to take political action, but he show up dressed like a Tyler Perry Little House on the Prairie reboot, talking about how the soul's finna make you pay, and the councilman thinks it's a myth. That's when he asks you about the myth, and you tell him the history of the house. You've been doing the education. Apparently, a slave master didn't want to free his slaves, so he killed them in terrible ways, hundreds of them. Legend has it that their souls couldn't rest until this hoodoo woman bought the place. She looked like she make a mean plate. He asked about the dolls, and you say that legend says that they still in the house, but you never found any. The people think you need to leave the place empty so the souls can rest, but you like F that. He thinks you a bad person, but you pay him well, so he with you. Sell out. Then he look at this painting. Hoe ass nigga. So now he working on your defensive media skills, and he asking you about your past with the KKK, and you trash at it, so he shows you how to do it. Then he fall down the steps and die. Bro look like O.J. Simpson. I guess them souls don't like sellouts. Now you at the funeral, and they asking questions, and you cracking jokes, and here he come again with the Smokey the Bear hat telling you to get out the house before you get killed. That's when you find one of the dolls on the floor in your car. Shit, I don't even know how I got here. Then you ask the driver who he let in the car, and he say no one, looking like Kevin DeKirk Franklin. You throw it out the window. Ooh, you finna die. So now you watching the tape back, a dude falling, and you see the doll on the tape. Yeah, it's me, bitches. You like, what in the hell? Now it's missing from the painting. It come running back to the crib with the GoPro. Unbeknownst to you, you on the phone low-key panicking. You hear a knock, open the door, and nobody there. And then you hear these tiny ass Thumbelina footsteps, and now he's sitting on the steps, and you being racist. You throw something at it, and now he gone, so you looking for him. This would be a good time for you to ski-daddle. But instead, you in your office yelling at the painting. You hit it, and it start bleeding. You done messed up now. That's when he bites you, and you catch him, call him slurs, and shotgun him. You get back to the painting, and more dolls are missing. Now you hearing them little footsteps, and you going full racism. And guess who's Bizak? He done put his body back together, and you lock him out your office, but guess what? Now all the dolls are off the painting. Now you scared. Gang, 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 gang. And he leading them. You try to protect yourself with the American flag, but it's over for you. You finna get eaten, and she finna watch with pride. And that's the doll Samson was talking about. Tune in for the final part coming soon, y'all. So imagine, you Samson for the last time, and you just told them about this wild-ass racist politician that got dealt with by slave dolls. Then you show them one last body, and they know him. And that's when you tell this one last story. So imagine, you not quite Tay Diggs, but you was gangster, and you got a K in your head, but you not a Kappa. You kill an op, and then his people come out and shoot you. And we supposed to act like it ain't them three fools in the funeral home just cause they blurred their faces and altered their voices. So you bleeding with them ludicrous Jim Kelly sideburns, and here come all these police officers out of nowhere. They ain't hear them coming, so they save your life, and here she come, and you in prison. She say that if you consent to behavior modification, then you'll be out in no time. You in there skinny as hell doing sit-ups. So they transport you in your drawers. You in there looking like Tommy Davidson. Then they put you in this little ass cage next to fake Angel. He a white supremacist. He tell you that he done killed mad people. Guess what color? His mission is to kill them all, but he'll let some go if they help him kill the others. And he like you cause you just killed some for him. He grateful. You punch him dead in the mouth. Now they got you in the lab with the Dr. Manhattan drawers on. That's when they shave your head and put a tube up your nose and paste these on your nipples. That's when you get the Clockwork Orange treatment, and she talking smack the whole time. I can't show what he see cause it's too graphic. Then they put you in the sensory deprivation chamber. Now you seeing the people that you killed, and they want to know why. That's when a little girl asks why too. That was an accident and you feel bad about it, but you trying to justify your disgusting behavior. Then you start complaining about how trash your life been, and she like admit your wrongdoings and you refuse to. And she trying hard to save you, but you start quoting Tupac, and that's when we realize that this was all in your head. That was probably God trying to give you a second chance. Oh well, now we back at Samson's again, and they mad cause you just told the story of the murder they committed, so they put a gun to your head, and you pretending to be scared. But this is hilarious to you because they don't know who you is. They ask for the drugs and you like, follow me down to the basement, and then they find nothing down there. Then he hits you and you start turning on the lights, and you like, it's here in these 3 coffins. Come see, it's 3 of them, and they open them up, and guess who in there? Them. He swear he the game. And that's when you tell them that after they killed bro, they got killed. Then they like, if that's the case, then why are we in a funeral home? And you like, this ain't no funeral home, sucker. Welcome to hell, where you are welcome to sell. And you unveil the Spawn graphics. Look at this badass CGI. Some of y'all told me this movie was scary to y'all till this day. Not me. I tell stories about the shit. Things that you wouldn't think could exist. Through the gap in my teeth, I give her a leg. It's getting hot in this bitch, isn't it? Zombie brother killed them coppers. He ain't helped them, but still he gotta spend his life in an insane asylum. And Lonnie Love was straight up wildin'. Turned his ass into a fried Twizzler. He gon' hit that, man. MAGA man like to play with fire. Slave dogs ate him right up. Down below, I bet his corpse on fire. Who was watching? Aunt Jemima. Crazy K was straight tripping. Coulda got a second chance but ain't listening. Gangsta bodies in the coffin baking. Now they on fire, Harlem shaking.